Yeah.
Documentary has had a great deal of interest from overseas broadcasters. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, Australian Broadcasting Corporation, CBS in the United States.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Right. I gather the BBC plans to...
Hey, YouTube. I got busy again. I wanted to keep the streak alive, but I did get busy. Didn't have a chance to make some videos. Here I am. I'm making a video before I become unavailable again for a couple of weeks. Camera moving there. Yeah, so for the next couple of weeks, I will not be able to make a video even if I wanted to. So maybe a lot to touch on in this video, more than I usually like to. I like to segregate the videos a little bit more on topics, but a lot happening. A lot has happened. A lot to happen. Let's start going over some of the things. Like starting with my last video, kind of a Debbie Downer video. My feelings on crypto.com. Still wearing the hat. Haven't thrown it out yet. To be honest with you, I still actually like the hat as a hat. Not like a representing hat, just it's a nice hat, and I have a few. I tend to get sweat stains on them a lot, so to have a nice hat around is kind of nice. Send me another one, crypto.com. It's starting to get pretty bad actually too. But so as a viewer pointed out in the comments on my last video, shout out to that viewer. I meant to pull it up and by name, thank you, but I forgot and just hit record on a whim. But thank you to that viewer. I think he pointed out what is most likely what has happened. Which I still find odd, actually, and I still find very disappointing, and I will discuss why. So the viewer said that it was probably based on a monthly subscription. So the $14.99 that is being reimbursed, hopefully, is a $14.99 every month. So with that said, I switched my subscription model to the monthly subscription to see if that will be reimbursed. I have yet to see if that will happen. A couple things. One, the monthly subscription is more expensive, so I don't know why you would reimburse a monthly subscription when you could do the yearly subscription for less money, unless you were trying to dollar cost average your reimbursement loss. I don't know what their thought process there is. Like maybe they figure at the bear market bottom, if they have to shell out 1,000 crow at a time for $14 versus maybe the bull market peak where they're giving you like 0.5 crow for your subscription. I don't know. Instead of like maybe if they had to do a one-time reimbursement of the whole fee at a bear market bottom. I don't know. I feel like it would probably just average out the same just for all the subscribers at different time frames renewing. So I don't know why they wouldn't just say, yeah, if you have a yearly subscription, we're going to reimburse that too. Seems weird, but anyways, I changed my subscription model. It is the monthly. So I got a couple of charge reversals, recharges, crow reimbursement reversals. When all was said and done, they took back the crow reward for the $14 out of the $200 or whatever, $150. They took back the little bit of reimbursement they gave me, and they never reimbursed me for the first monthly $14.99 subscription. Because I feel like they were like, well, you already got your $14.99 this month, even though they reversed it. So that's starting off on a bad footing. I feel like that's possibly a mix-up in the whatevers. So we'll see if the rewards start coming in monthly, like the Spotify and the Netflix. I don't know. I'm hopeful there. If that's the case, fine. I take back my crypto.com as a fraud rant. But I am also still disappointed that the customer service agent, if that's the case, the customer service agent couldn't have said, instead of saying something like, oh, well, you only get $14.99, so go screw yourself. She or he could have said, well, you see, this is based off of a monthly subscription, blah, 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 and walk me through why I'm getting reimbursed $14 out of $150. Again, I've said it before, the customer service is terrible, but it's also like it behooves crypto.com to have their own representatives informed if that is the case so that they can tell me and I don't rant off, try to cancel every subscription I have and badmouth them across every platform I know. Again, I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm still waiting to see, am I going to get reimbursed this membership or not? I don't know. We'll see. With that being said, the crypto.com follow-up loaded lion stuff, there's a lot happening. I don't know if I'm going to keep following it or not, because if I'm getting out of crypto.com, I'm going to get out completely. But I am just, we're going to see. We're going to see where this goes. But loaded lions, we're getting a tool drop for all of our backpacks now. I'm going to be honest, I have not been paying attention to all of the strategies for this mainnet. I have not been keeping up with all of the changes. This is still very early in the gameplay, where things are literally changing every week, it seems, where there's balancing happening or really fundamental changes that, like, if you tweak your strategy to one thing, it could be completely different the next day. And it doesn't seem really worth it to me to put in that much time and effort to be like top 1,000, because there's some other people out there who are just no life hardcoring this thing and they're like top 100 and spending a lot of money to be there, a lot of time to be there, and getting, in my opinion, very little back for it. But hey, I mean, good on you if that's where you want to be in life. I don't. If it were an enjoyable game, trust me, I can throw my life away on a game just as fast as anybody else. If it were an enjoyable game, but not like I'm going to rant about Diablo 4 right now too. But this is not even Diablo 4 level, and Diablo 4 is a very disappointing game. So no, I'm just not going to do it. Speaking of games, though, something I haven't touched on in a while, I don't know if anybody remembers, I do play a lot of Gods Unchained every day. Every day I play my 10 games, and lately I've been playing sealed mode. That's a new development in the game, and I meant to touch on this. I think that is incredibly bullish for the Gods token. But don't take that as financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. It's for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I will tell you from personal experience that I had accumulated several hundred Gods tokens just by playing. I never actively bought any, but just by playing, checking in, doing a few things. Over the course of a couple of years, I amassed a couple hundred Gods. And I blew every single one on the sealed modes. Every single Gods token on sealed. And I wasn't especially good. I just couldn't stop myself. I just wanted to get the I don't know. It felt like it's a fun new playing experience because you don't have the same deck every time. It feels more evenly weighted because you're not playing against just complete cashies where they can buy a $4,000 deck and you're trying to compete with your free deck. It feels more evenly weighted. And currently, I'm blowing like $250, $2.50 every buy-in. But I did the math, and at the peak of the bull run last bull run, these Gods tokens were almost $7.50 a piece, $8. So all told, if I was going off bull market statistics, I might have just blown $3,000 on Gods buy-ins. And I don't know what I got out of it, like a couple of rare decks and some trinkets, because I didn't really do too well on most of the runs. But I think this is incredibly bullish for the token because it gives it a real purpose. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people will be spending a lot of money on it. My one gripe is I think I'm not sure if it depends on the other players or not, because I had a couple of runs there where I got my butt handed to me just based on a bad deck build that I just couldn't figure out how to work it together. And like they pitted me against the same guy 3 times in a row. And it was like, okay, that's not cool. Like I get the one beat down by him. And it was just like, it felt like a waste of a buy-in because that obviously that one guy had a better, and I don't, I felt like it was a better deck build, not just because I'm bad, but also because he got better cards, which I just said is a little bit more even, but I don't think it's even all the time. Obviously, they're not going to be able to make it like 100% even every time. There's just going to be certain cards that are thrown in there that are going to be better than others, and I felt like he just got that, and I went up against him 3 times in a row, got my butt handed to me, and I felt like that was just wasted my entire buy-in, and that happened a couple times. So I feel like I know we're early, so it's you can't just say hey more people whatever, but I would have hoped there would have been some safety around that, some sort of method to better the matchmaking. I don't know. I'm just saying that was a gripe of mine. Other news too. There's all sorts of stuff going on with the ETF. Good old Gary Gensler, the macro outlook. I think we're still looking to a couple more months. There could be another bottom. It could not be, but I think it's going to be a while before a real good bull run takes off. So I'm not really like hands down covering it, whatever. Oh yeah. So by the way, with the loaded lines, I'm going to backtrack all over the place. I'm not going to edit this a single bit. But loaded lines, also one of the features is a referral code. I'm not holding my breath about referring other people. This is not a game I'm going to refer my friends to because it's not honestly a fun game. Like I said, I'm not going to use this referral code for my friends. I will post it in my YouTube link if anybody out there feels like they want to use it. I'm not telling you to use it. I'm just making it available if you want to use it. If you want to start this game, which I feel is not fun, but just because you want to be in the crow environment, fine. Like I'm gonna put my code out there. I don't even know what we get out of it. But referral codes have been started. So yeah, there I'll put it out there. I have like a lot of referral codes. Yeah. Helium stuff, blah 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 blah. Crank, blah 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 blah. Hivemapper, blah 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 blah. Same thing. Hivemapper, yeah, not much more to say on that front yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Probably the 2-week break is going to be. I'll come back and there'll be a lot of stuff going on, and it'll feel like still we've gotten nowhere. September was supposed to be a lot more red than what I felt like it is. I think we might even be up on the month, if anything, which is like only happened once out of the last like 10. I don't know. So that's odd. I was expecting a little bit more downside, but maybe that's going to be magnified in October, or maybe we are at the bottom. Who knows? I don't know. Just talking out some thoughts as they're going through my head. I don't know. Let's see what else I was talking about. Like, there's some other games. I don't know. I don't feel like they're worth touching on right now. So I think I'm going to end it there. Let me know. Leave me some comments, feedback, like, subscribe. Yeah.